ReaLize is one of my favorite players in all of Rocket League. He's been the face of the game for not only Japan, but all of East Asia, ever since he first rose to prominence by joining Pulse Clan as their first Asian freestyler back in 2016. Fast forward to today, and he is the leader of the undisputed best team in the APAC region, and he's preparing to take on Sweden for his second ever LAN appearance, after playing in DreamHack Montreal under 1NE back in 2019, where he took 2 losses to Mouse Esports and TSM. ReaLize has established himself as the region's biggest scoring threat, finishing first in goals per game in 3 out of the 4 competitions that his team has played in this season. His background as a freestyler has helped him to improve his aerial mechanics to a point where basically nobody in the region can keep up with him. He's fast enough to always be first to the ball when he decides to go for it, and he's able to find a goal from the most unique of angles, consistently catching the defenders off guard. He had a clear advantage over his opponents when he had the ball in the air, and he made a point to utilize it as much as possible, being in at least the top 3 for least amount of time spent on the ground in all 4 RLCS events this season. And no players show off these mechanics better than these 2 from the APAC Major qualifier against Pulse Clan. After a clear from Pulse, the ball rolls back to Tokyo Verdy's defensive corner, and ReaLize is able to scoop up the boost and move the ball up the wall to transition into an air dribble. When the clear happened, all of the Pulse players moved up into the other side of the field, looking to start an offensive push. But with ReaLize beating Maxu to the ball and quickly turning it around, this play quickly turns into a one-man counterattack. ReaLize pushes the ball downfield quickly, ensuring that LCT and Maxu can't rotate back fast enough to help defend, and basically making this play a 1v1 between ReaLize and ReaLize. The defender is lined up with the ball's current flight path while he approaches from the near post on the back wall, but ReaLize calmly leans back and gets his wheels on the ball for the flip reset. Then he immediately uses it by side flipping into the ball from underneath it, drastically changing the direction of the shot and putting it far outside of the defender's reach, scoring the clutch goal for Tokyo Verdy. For the second clip, the play starts with a 50 in the midfield going up in the air, with ReaLize in the perfect position to jump up and start the air dribble. With Maxu being the one who took the 50, and LCT still upfield from the offensive push, ReaLize is once again stuck as the only person back to defend against ReaLize's air dribble. This time, instead of going on the back wall, he stays on the ground for his challenge, looking to jump up and meet the ball when it gets close to him. He does so, and he does a decent job of covering some of the angles for a direct shot. But instead of shooting right away, ReaLize continues the air dribble and hits the ball above the crossbar and also above ReaLize's reach. Once the ball is past the defender, ReaLize gets slightly above the center of the ball for one more touch and hits it downwards as it comes off the crossbar, finishing off the tight angle double touch. With ReaLize back on the world stage, I'm expecting him and his team to make a couple of highlight plays and show everyone what Asia is capable of in Rocket League. But will they win any games? I hate to say it, but probably not. While I truly believe that ReaLize and Verdy have enough offense to keep the other teams at the Major on their guards, their defense probably won't be enough to cut it this time around. It's one thing to have great defense against the other Asian teams, but going up against teams like Dignitas, who they play in the first round, is an entirely different story with their offensive firepower. And Tokyo Verdy's lack of experience against teams of this caliber will probably keep them from being able to hang with them on defense. But this LAN will serve as a great learning experience for this team, regarding what they need to do to compete with the world's best, and they'll be a much better team because of it. I expect them to keep dominating their region and keep making it to these majors, giving them more invaluable experience as they play against the best teams in the world. And with steady improvement, by the time the World Championships come around, we may be looking at ReaLize and Tokyo Verdy as a team that's ready to make some real noise.